Nicholas Winton once said, "There are some stories which we are not only an audience to, but may become their participants."
Sir Nicholas George Winton was born in Hampstead, London on May 19, 1909, and deceased on July 1st, 2015. The day of his death also happened to be the anniversary of when a train carrying the largest amount of Jewish children, 241, had departed. He was known as a humanitarian that saved 669 children from Czechoslovakia before World War II had begun. He founded shelters and helped these children safely arrive in Britain. He had not spoken about this act of heroism for approximately 40 years. He was married to Greet Gelstrup, and together they had 3 children of their own. Although Winton was born into a Jewish family, his parents converted to Christianity and had Nicholas baptized. Little did he know he would soon accomplish a lot in his lifetime.
Before the holidays in 1938, Nicholas Winton had planned a skiing trip to Switzerland. He changed his mind and chose to travel to Prague in order to help out his friend Martin Blake, who was on the Committee for Refugees from Czechoslovakia. The occupation of Prague by the Germans began, and Winton was asked to help out with Jewish welfare work. In Germany, anti-Semitic acts against Jews increased rapidly, and Hitler's army was able to march without any opposition into Czechoslovakia. All by himself, he managed to found an organization that protected Jewish individuals from the Nazis. In late November 1938, a measure was passed by the House of Commons that approved refugees under the age of 17 into Britain, given they had a shelter and they were able to make a deposit of £50 to ensure their safe return back.
Winton discovered that many of the refugees in the camps were being abused and came to the conclusion that he wanted to try to get permits to Britain for the children. On December 2, 1938, various agencies began the process of rescuing Jews. They organized a fundraiser which enabled them to raise £500,000 within half a year. This foundation helped rescue 10,000 children, which did not include the 669 children Winton saved. A main factor as to why he wanted to save these lives was because he strongly believed in equality and devoted his life to selflessness.
In their society at the time, most of the population believed and followed what Hitler said, and he thought that the Jewish population should no longer exist. He set up camps around Germany to send the Jewish people to, in order to kill them without other people really being aware of what was going on. In the camps, they would either work till they passed away, or they would be put into gas showers. However, Nicholas believed that they should live and that the Jewish population should continue to grow, therefore saving children. He sent trains to help escape the children, and he set up homes where they could grow old and live in and start a new life.
Being brought up in a non-anti-Jewish environment truly did open Sir Nicholas Winton's eyes to diversity. This impacted his mindset, which is what set him apart from the fixed mindsets influenced by the fear set out by the Nazis. These characteristics, along with selflessness, truly is the main factor as to why he saved those lives. The fact that he didn't tell a soul about what he had done showed the world how humble he really was.
Nicholas believed people should be free, so he took it upon himself to send people off to a better life, where they can grow up with the education and, most important, live on, to create their own families and have lives that they wouldn't have been able to get on their own. 669 Jewish children from the Nazi regime. His legacy as a point of light in an era of darkness will forever be remembered. Nicholas was awarded the Order of the White Lion by President Milos Zeman. He is also known as a hero to many and recognized for all the deeds he did to save everyone he could. He did not have to save anyone, but being the hero he always was led him to saving them.
The impact he made is simply shown in the success of all the people he saved. These children grew up to become someone's parent, friend, or significant other. Alf Dubs Baron Dubs is a British Labour politician and former member of the Parliament. Heini Halberstam was a British mathematician. Renata Luxova is a pediatric geneticist. Gerda Camilla Meyer is an English poet. Deep down, he knew the impact he would make on these children, even if they didn't know it was him.
December 1938, Nicholas Winton, 29 years old, planning a ski trip to Switzerland, is asked by his friend Martin Blake to come instead to Prague and witness the plight of the Jews in Czechoslovakia. Winton travels and begins to observe the work of the British Committee for Refugees from Czechoslovakia. He decides to focus on the children, so when Winton returns to London, he brings back hundreds of pictures of children whose parents hope to save them from the German advances. Winton invents an organization, calling it Children's Section of the existing British Committee for Refugees from Czechoslovakia, and uses his own address as that of his new agency. Winton returns to his bank job by day, but in the evening writes to the press and to every organization he can for help. March 14, 1939. The first group of Winton's children arrives in London. March 15, 1939. Hitler invades Czechoslovakia and parents begin to line up at the British Committee for Refugee Children in Prague in an effort to get their children to safety. July 1st, 2015. Nicholas passed away on the anniversary of the train with the most number of children left for safety.
The impact he made is simply shown in the success of all the people he saved. These children grew up to become someone's parent, friend, or significant other. Alf Dubs Baron Dubs is a British Labour politician and former member of the Parliament. Heine Halberstam was a British mathematician. Renata Luxova is a pediatric geneticist. Gerda Camilla Meyer is an English poet. Deep down, he knew the impact he would make on these children, even if they didn't know it was him.
The outcome of this heroic event is genuinely straightforward, seeing that, as he accomplished his goal of rescuing these children from the abuse they faced under the Nazi rule. This occurrence was very personal to him, and that is demonstrated by having kept this a secret until February 1988.
In 1983, Winton was selected as a member of the Order of the British Empire and was knighted by the Queen herself for all his work. He also earned a Pride of Britain Award for Lifetime Achievement. In 2010, he was declared a British Hero of the Holocaust by the British government. There are 2 statues dedicated to him, and he has received many medals in his lifetime. There is also a train named after him that sets off from Prague, and on his 105th birthday he obtained the highest honors in Czech Republic for giving children the gift of freedom.